lads, one rock, we don't back up. Scrum down, big chat, turn the mics up. Loose bones, we the pace up. Ruck, brew, talk, never made up. Two lads, one rock, that's game on. From the grass to the pot, like stay on.
Hi, it's G from Two Lads, One Ruck, and today's episode is going to be sort of roughly 30 minutes. So if you would love to hear some rugby content, subscribe. We're on all the social medias. We're aiming to get to 100 subscribers before Benny gets back. That's the aim. I've got 17 left until Benny gets back. So Benny gets back end of June. So let's get to 17 more subscribers, and hopefully I can reach our first goal, which was 100 subscribers on our podcast, videocast, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there's a lot of things we could talk about this week, stroke from covering from last week as well. But I'm gonna delve into my local club first, just to congratulate all the boys that have got through to the county men's team. We've got 4 going who are representing the club. Gassy Toure, Captain Ben Reid, Leo Jones, and Pat Copeland. Well done, boys. Massive congratulations. Doing the club proud. Hopefully you go well tomorrow and get the W for Oxfordshire RFU, and obviously show off our club. You've done amazing this season, all 4 of you. And it's a bit sad though, because some of the boys got left out, unfortunately, but hopefully they'll come back, regroup next week, and the other boys will also be added to the team and give it a fair crack at the county level. But congratulations to you all. Well done, boys. Yeah, well done. Something that I never done, and I think something that Benny never done as well. But so hats off to you all, and fair play. Even if you didn't get into the squad, fair play. At least you went and had a crack at it. Well done, boys. But yeah, so we had our end of season do about 2 weeks ago. It was to cap off the end of the season. It was a great night, great bit of entertainment, great food, great company, celebrations, and this year it was quite good to see the amount of partners that turned up. Because obviously, without partners and whatnot supporting us along the way, it helps us out no end, and you've all contributed heavily to our team over this season. And just want to say a few shout outs to the awards. So Ron Martin is one of our awards. It's Ron Martin Clubman of the Year, and that went to Winston, who also coaches his boys age group alongside second team captain AD, and they coach the under 12s who are going to be going to under 13s next year, and the growth in that team is phenomenal, and hats off to them too, plus all the parents. And David also is heavily instrumental in getting this age group up to scratch with good numbers and a good feel for the team. So well done to that. But as in Clubman of the Year, he won the award, and it was well deserved. Well done, mate. So next award was second team captain of the year. No, second 15 player of the year, sorry. And that went to AD Walker. He stood up and he stepped up, basically. There was like one game in the whole season that he didn't play, and it was a tough year for our second 15 in the second half. Just before Christmas, numbers went down due to like injuries and just not being available, but it was mainly injuries. We had a really hit season, which meant a lot of our second team players had to move up and step in for the first team. And it was quite good to see, actually. They did very well. And the AD was the beaming light of the second team. And we did all right up until, like I said, near Christmas. And then it just, injuries hit. And it happens to most clubs. But we'd been quite fortunate over the past 3 or 4 seasons to not have too many injuries. But this year was a lot heavier this year, and we felt it. But hopefully all the boys come back rare and fit for the new season, and hopefully AD remains second team captain. But yeah, performances on the pitch been phenomenal. Aid, well done, mate. Cast Cup of the Year, that is the most dedicated person to training, to matches, consistently showed up, consistently performed, and that went to first team player Dan Hayward, who's also played a few second team games here and there due to obviously not being selected for the first, but that's not because of his ability. It's just we had good numbers at that particular time, but a lot of time there's up and downs between the teams. So, but Dan Hayward, consistently there, really well, mate. Congratulations. And that was that award. The next award was Tommy Pritchard Player of the Year, and basically it's the one that attends the most socials behind the club, sort of getting the boys rallying, and that went to Will Bull. Great season for him, in and out of the first team, but a good lad, good player, and fully deserved, mate. And the most improved player went to the previous second 15 player of the season last year, and that went to Johnny Forsyth. This year he really clicked on, and me personally, I kept saying to Wayne and the coaches is that you should give him a crack because he's definitely worth having a go. And Johnny got his chance, and he just took it with 2 hands and took it by the scruff of the neck, and showed why he could be a valuable first team player. And he did. And they saw him for the first game and went, oh, wow, that's great. But well done, Johnny Blue. Fully deserved, mate. Can't wait to see you next year as well. And then Coach's Player of the Year. He's a big X Factor player for Oxford. He's been the real star of the team for the last 4 years, and that was Tom Lockhart. Very good player, very, very good. A lot of teams hated him, but when you got a player like him who's on your team, you love him to bits because he just gives his all. And he's capped off a very good season. Not so many yellow cards as previous seasons, but he's one of those players that plays on the edge, and very good player. Shame that he's going back home this season, but he's done 4 years in Oxford, and then now he's going back home to Norwich, and he'll be sorely missed by a lot of us at the club. But yeah, well done, mate. Hopefully we'll see you now and again in Oxford in the future, and yeah, good luck, mate. Our players player of the year went to Rory, who's a former mini and junior player, went to university and then has made his way back to the club after finishing uni. Sort of came back end of last year, and then this season was asked to play it fly half, and he's just taking it with both hands, scoring some brilliant tries, putting some brilliant plays in. Wonderful player, fully deserved, and we can't wait to see him next year click on even again. Well done. So that's our awards. We had plenty of food, plenty of drink, put plenty of money behind the bar, and we see the season out with 9 victories. We wanted 10, But this league this year was highly competitive. Anyone could beat anyone, and outside of Chinnor Freeze, it was quite close. And but yeah, we're building next year, and hopefully we get some more players come in and make good count of their sales, and hopefully we can push on from the 9 victories next season and keep this club on the roll. But yeah, that's about it for Oxford. I had to do a little roundup for Oxford because it is my club, and yeah. But some other local news: Chinnor Ones, they've made it to the playoffs. They go away. I think it's playoffs tomorrow, and I think they're away to Worcester Warriors. So it'll be a mega day out. Good luck, boys. Put good account for yourselves and do Oxfordshire proud and get through to the next round of the playoffs. Yeah, it's been a fantastic season from Chinnor, really. Great season. More than what a lot of people thought, even myself. I thought you'd be the lower end of the table, but you've proved everybody wrong, and you've put some good, solid performances in, and everybody in Oxfordshire is behind you. And go well, smash them up, and get that W for the next round. Yeah, that's it with the Chinnor. Chinnor Threes obviously won their league, like I said previous, and Chinnor Fours also won their league. So well done to them. So Chinnor overall have had a quality season. Yeah. And the one thing I forgot last week, a couple of weeks ago, was that Banbury Twos went undefeated. I believe I forgot. I don't know. I may have. But anyway, Banbury Twos, undefeated season. They won their league outright, and they're in counties one with our first team next year. So we look forward to seeing those boys. Good team, and congratulations. What else? Is there any other local stuff? I'm trying to think. There's not much to go on because it's end of grassroots season now, so a lot of people got the summer off, and that's it that I can think of, unless I've missed anything. But yeah, if you've got anything from your counties, Berkshire, Buckinghamshire, Wiltshire, Surrey, London, Norwich, Essex, Newcastle, Manchester, Yorkshire, wherever your teams are based, Devon, Cornwall, Bristol, wherever you're, Shropshire, trying to think where else. Anyway, if you've got anything you'd like to bring up about your team, leave it in the comments. I'd love to know what it's like for you down in your ends, like rugby wise. Is there any improvements that the RFU could do for grassroots rugby? I believe so. There's a hell of a lot that they need to do, personally, because we need to get rugby growing for sure. But yeah, what's your recommendations? What would you change at grassroots if you could, if you had the power? Let me know. Um, yeah, so I'm going to put a message out to anyone, and see if I can get a guest, because this is probably appearing quite boring. Hopefully not, but yeah. But good results from last week for England women. Moving to that quickly. England women smashed it again, beating Italy 66-31, I believe. Can't fully remember. I only caught glimpses of the game because I was busy. But the England women are leading the way in women's rugby. there's some news apparently in the rumours that some of the Irish teams and Welsh teams want to join Women's Premier League, Women's Premiership, sorry, which I think would be great news, to be fair. There's also rumours that Ealing are potentially looking to take the spot for by the looks of things, Ospreys. So Ospreys won't exist after next season by the looks of things, unless something happens in the meantime. But yeah, Ealing are rumoured to be in talks with the URC because they have smashed the championship for the past 4, 5, maybe 6 seasons now. They've won all games this year. They're in the playoffs for the potential to win the championship outright. It's hard to look past them not winning it again this year, but hopefully somebody new wins it. Yeah, but anyway, I've diverted quite a bit. So with Ealing, it's hard to look past them, because how can you go from winning 25 out of 25 and then potentially winning the next few games to win the championship outright and then still not be able to promote? I understand like that the RFU's got guidelines to do with the stadium, to do with the finances, to do with all that stuff, and I get that, but how can teams go to the next level when there's a barrier to be stopped? Because I've got a feeling that Worcester Warriors will be going up next year, because obviously they want to go from 10 to 12 or 14. I can't remember now. I think it's 12. So I reckon they'll go up because they got the infrastructure there. They've got the stadium, they got the finance, they got the fans, they got sort of like everything ready to go. But I mean, Ealing have got to have a crack at it. If not, they're obviously, like you say, being rumoured to go to the URC, where there's potentially a spot available. And if they do, fair play. Great for English rugby, in all fairness. I don't know if that stops the RFU guidelines of like picking players. Shouldn't do, because they're playing in England, but playing in the URC. But hopefully that doesn't stop that, because there's got to be some players in that team that could be at that level for England. I don't know too great deal about them, but it'd be interesting. Obviously, we spoke about Eddie Jones being a naughty boy, as normal, but I like the bloke. I loved him when he was at England. You ain't going to change Eddie Jones, whether you think it's right or wrong. He's a character, love it. And but yeah, they've suspended him for 4 games and reduced his pay. Is that right? I suppose so, but because I don't know exactly what he said. But it was an abuse to the match official, so it's obviously them hitting hard to obviously stop the abuse to match officials, to show at the higher end is taking an example. So it'll be interesting to see what he does, whether he quits or what, or whether he just sits and has the 4-game ban and accepts it. Who knows? But love Eddie Jones. A lot of people don't. And it's just, yeah. I'm going to do a guest soon because we need it. I need it. I find it hard doing it 1-to-1. I would love to speak to Tim on Egg Chasers, because he's great at doing the 1-to-1 chats, and be interesting to see what tips and advice he would give, if he would give it. So I'm going to reach out to Tim from Egg Chaser, because the more help you get, the better I will become. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching that. Hopefully we're trying to sort out our first real sort of professional guest soon. Hopefully, we've had a sort of a plug-in with somebody who's playing current professional rugby at the minute. So it would be lovely to get him on the show and get chatting with him. But I will try and organise that more when Benny's around, because I think he would love to be there when we get a first sort of like credible guest as such. And it'll be great for the pod. We're obviously low budget, but we're always looking for sponsors. Sponsors is more than welcome. And what we do with sponsors is plug it in the video, plug it all over our socials, and what your help would be for us would be so we can get like proper equipment, sort of get a proper setup, because it's very rustic, very low budget, as you can see, but we try our best. But that sponsorship would help us no end. So if you're looking to sponsor and you're a local company, business person, or whatever, and you love the pod, get in touch, because we'd love to get better equipment and sort of better all round sort of like scenery type thing for the pod. So yeah, we're open to sponsors, big or small. Bigger the better. I'm joking. Any sponsorship would be great, to be fair. And yeah, like I said before, it's not a great one, this one. Sorry, but it's Mental Health Awareness Week. Going to completely different topic. Mental Health Awareness Week. It's one of those that highlights the importance of mental health. I like to keep in comms with lads in the rugby club, because I think it's important to talk about mental health, talk about any frustrations, talk about any downfalls in life, and just be there and be a mate and be in open ears, have that open communication within the club, because it creates a better culture within the club, knowing that you've got their back and they know they've got your back. And but yeah, Mental Health Awareness Week, look it up, get on it, support, talk to a mate, get on the phone, do whatever you need to do. But yeah, make a call to someone that you haven't spoke to in months or years or weeks or however long. Just make that conversation. It might not be that they're struggling. It just might be that you just chat with them, and that chat will mean more than you'll ever know. So make a phone call to a mate, or two, or three, and get in comms with each other. But yeah, Mental Health Awareness Week. Support men, support women, support just general well-being. A lot of life stresses with like the cost of living at the minute. It's not great. It's everybody's having to tighten their pockets, and with having to do that, it brings out other stuff. It causes arguments, but it's knowing that you've got someone to talk to. I do it all the time. I try to help as much as I can with people, and hopefully that comes across when I'm at the rugby club. And yeah, obviously reach out to local resources that are around available, like Samaritans, like your GP. There are other ways of getting your mental health assessed or like looked after. Reaching out to Mind. There's loads of them. It's just look online, go on Google, and be open. Be open to help. And if you're in a dark place, please just reach out. But yeah, so support Mental Health Awareness Week. Support the pod. Help us get to 100 before Benny gets back in the end of June. Nice to see you all. And again, hopefully we get someone on, because yeah, it's getting dead. It's getting tiring, this. And hopefully you enjoy the episodes. But yeah, we're getting someone on, hopefully. I'm going to put it in the chat literally as we stop recording now. See you later.
Two lads, one rock. We don't back up. Scrum down. Big cat, turn the mics up. Loose bones, we lift the pace up. Ruck, rule talk, never made up. Two lads, one rock. That's game on. From the grass to the pot, like stay on.